Some comments were made not long ago. The PayPal guy said that everything would be on Lightning at some point. A network of Lightning? Okay, listen up. If you want, we can talk about a Lightning network. But I think that big businesses are already starting to use it. Other pension funds are likely to follow suit after the state of Wisconsin's announcement. Bitcoin now has government approval, which I think was the last step that slowed down a lot of these big institutions. Remember that if you're not long Bitcoin, you might be short Bitcoin. This means that if you think, and I think BlackRock has pretty much said this, that this will be part of a long-term tactical asset allocation strategy for institutional investors, then you need to get long Bitcoin at some point. Does it say 1% of Bitcoin or 1.5% of Bitcoin? I'm not sure. A lot of smart companies are saying, let me buy this before it's included in a total tactical asset allocation index. I believe that is now beginning to happen, which is great for Bitcoin. That's all from Anthony Scaramucci. He's talking about acceptance. How can you play the rest of this market when Bitcoin has been on a bull run since last year and is still going strong? We're going to talk about this before the video comes out. Watch it all the way through. What's going on in Crypto Crew? Check us out at our link tree before we start. Look at this. Also, if you want to join the Bitcoin Bros group, the Bitcoin Bros Patreon is getting bigger. Thank you all for your help in getting right to it as soon as possible. We saw this round neck top that could be the start of a huge all-season trend for the next 12 months. This could go on for a while longer. If it keeps going down, it will be the biggest drop we've seen all season so far this year. But it always works out like this. You start by doubling, then run into resistance and fall off a cliff. Repeat this process until you reach the bottom. We just need to wait for that cliff. We need to wait though. Take your time with this game. We are looking at a picture of the price of Bitcoin. What can we see right now that it's recording? 66.5 thousand. It needs to go over the number 67,000 to 67.5 thousand, and you can see that it's only been in this channel, which is a positive channel because it's going down. However, can prices go back down and stay low? That's a possible outcome. If the price doesn't keep going up and this support doesn't hold, this looks like a positive engulfing candle right now. Let's see what the next week's candles look like. Could we get above that 67,000 to 67.5 thousand mark without much trouble? We believe it. When we zoom in on the chart, we can see a bigger pattern. What is it? It has a handle and a cup. The cup comes together. You can enter this in a bear market with a bullish momentum, having hit resistance. This is the candle that showed that you reached your minimum goal. We took the time to show you the cup lid all the way down to the top of the bowl. It looks like the cup lid has reached this point of rising. Boom, we come up to this cup lid and hit this barrier just right. We'll show you this if we move this resistance to the left. With this red candle wick up here, we kissed that just right. The big picture shows that this huge cup has been growing for about 2.5 years. We are now in this handle pattern breakdown. The mechanical goal is to get from the bottom of this trough to the top of this lid. Where does that leave us? Another huge target. It brings us to more than $300,000 at $300 and almost $20,000. Could this be the Bitcoin price chart? You should not dismiss it. It's just looking at numbers. Matthew Hyland is looking at this head and shoulders pattern that is backwards. It looks like prices are going up. If this goes through, it will get you to about 75 to 80K. Today there was a breakout positive engulfing candle, but we need to see if the price will continue to rise above the $67,000 level that we told you about. But let's look at what we see. Here it is. In the same way, the stochastic RSI has turned strong. The blue line went over the red one. This last took place back here at this base for about $26,000. It really went from $26,000 to $73,000 from this base to where we had a cool-off point. In terms of respect, what do we see from the very bottom to the very top? Almost a 200% change. So let's pull from the bottom and go up 200% if Bitcoin does the same thing. Close, but not quite $320,000. How about $170,000? Not too bad. People who follow us or pay for our stuff on Patreon often ask us this question. How should I trade in this market? Our answer is yes when that question is asked. This is something that crypto macro expert Raoul has to say, so don't miss this clip. Look it over. The value of this product is going up in a way that is based on Metcalfe's law for network adoption. All of the highs and lows are now higher because of this. And it still looks like a ball, and then this when you scale it normally. Also, if you look at the picture again, these little bumps stand out against this huge trend. You begin to understand that the downsides can be both a feature and a benefit if you look at them in the right way. Then I thought, okay, what would happen if I just added my original size? It wasn't the biggest bet ever, but it was good enough. Every time we had one of these huge drops, so crypto wins. Let's say once more that Raoul is a complete idiot. And he misses the low by 30% because it's so hard to time the market. You're making things better over time, so if I had only done that in 2013 and 2018, I would have done 25 times better. That really hit me. I thought, okay, I get it now. When prices went down in 2022, I didn't do anything but buy when I thought we were close to the bottom. I began purchasing in June when ETH was at its lowest. I then bought more, as well as some Solana, even though it was too early. Then I bought again in October or November, and it worked out great. That was based on my liquidity cycle and where we are in the macro crypto summer. We were just coming out of winter. Then I saw that my PL had reached an all-time high long before the market had even come close to doing the same. It helped now. I was able to hit Solana. But you still do very well if you add to your trades and compound them. You have from Raoul Paul, and he tells you not to worry about time at the top. Time in the pants. During weak markets, he's just adding to his wealth when the market goes down. Once more, this is a very tricky time in the market. When you think the peak is close, don't sell right now. Instead, go up another 100%. Remember all of this. It's tough to time the tops. You can get pretty close with tools and technical research, but you can never be sure for sure. If the price goes up and breaks through the previous all-time high, it will go up to the $150,000 to $320,000 level, whichever level it hits, say 100,000 or 120. We have some tools that we use to track these levels, and we'll let our fans know when we get closer to them. No matter what, the next time this price goes up and then down, use the time between the high and low points to buy more and make your profits bigger. Thanks for listening. My name is Sean and I'm with the Bitcoin Bros. If you like what you're reading, click the like button, check out the station, and show us some love if you haven't already. Thank you for your help. That's all I have to say for now.